Something about this race reigned in the world from the beginning.
Radio was here.
Cameras, too, filming the multitudes coming for the mastery, the mint juleps, the movie stars.
Look at them come.
The mystique and the mistakes.
Shoemaker misjudges the finish line, stands up in the stirrups.
Make no mistake, the unsurpassed color of the Kentucky Derby turns 150 years old this year.
It's going to be a firm steep walk, and it's going to win the 104th running of the Kentucky Derby.
Kids can win it.
Indescribable.
Legends can win it. Long shots can win it.
Most of them don't give us a chance.
An impossible result here.
100,000 thoroughbreds are registered worldwide every year. Only 20 get invited to this party, 3-year-olds.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
A once-in-a-lifetime shot to run 10 furlongs faster than the others for the garland of roses at the finish line. A name, a story of glory etched in 150 years of history. It's Derby Day on the Derby Station. Wave News.
The infield is very quiet right now.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it?
It's kind of like
clean
calm
and orderly.
peaceful. Yeah.
It's kind of a beautiful place.
It is. It's not bad at all. So there's so much history that goes on with the infield. A lot of memories made there as well. Our photojournalist Marty Pearl has more.
Famous Louisvillian and Gonzo journalist Dr. Hunter S. Thompson once wrote about the Kentucky Derby that the only thing more important than the race itself is the sport of people watching. And there's plenty of that to be found in the infield here at Churchill Downs.
That sport of people watching is typically influenced by the weather and the layout of the infield itself. Racing fans are forced to cope with each other in a massive crowd larger than the populations of several Kentucky towns. And without appropriate shelter in sun-baked or soaked conditions, a go-with-it attitude can take over a crowd quickly. Once sweaty or drenched, most just give in and take the ride without allowing the weather to dash the spirit of the day. Speaking of dash, I present to you the Porta Potty Dash, a time-honored tradition in the infield and highly discouraged by police as fans fueled by recreational buzzes begin to use the scattered props of the landscape to further the fun.
It's a rather simple concept, really. Find yourself a row of porta potties, climb atop one end, and race across them as fast as you can. Lingering on one can actually cause a roof cave-in. You're doing this all while running a gauntlet of thrown items, slippery conditions, cheers and jeers, just to see if you can make it to the end. This dapper Dan completed the run successfully in 2019, becoming an instant legend amongst his friends. Many have tried, many have failed, and a few have ended up in handcuffs. For those more inclined to keep their feet on the ground, mud becomes an everywhere opportunity to let it all loose. Those carefully crafted Derby Day displays of style and elegance become mud-splattered canvases as the eternally drenched party animal opts into, or is easily coerced into, entertaining the crowd. There's mud wrestling or mud football, of course, but inevitably the combination of empty beer cans and muddy slopes can create a sport known as mud bowling. Another simple concept: lay out the bottles and use your body as the ball. Not everyone emerges a victor. A Churchill Downs historian recently told me that she believes that Kentucky Derby history is also American history, in so much that its 150 years of documentation prove just how much our society's changed, not just from a fashion and style perspective, but also in its attitudes. I can attest to that myself, 20 years of covering the Derby. I can tell you the cell phone cameras changed a lot of what goes on out here in the infield, which is why in my final installment coming up, I'm going to take you back even further to 1974 Derby 100 and introduce you to a man who went viral way before the internet was even a thing. Reporting from the infield of Churchill Downs, Marty Pearl, Wave News.
That was epic.
Oh my goodness! Now
that was amazing.
I hope NBC wasn't watching that because they're going to sign him to a multi-year contract.
I know.
That's like Edward R. Murrow meets Hunter S. Thompson, right? His delivery is very Edward R. Murrow. Very good.
So good. And you know what? That's what the infield I love an
Yeah.
infield like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of wild and crazy. You don't care. Doesn't matter. That
hey.
girl sliding in the mud. Yes.
Those were the days. And we don't really have that anymore.
No, the first time I came with a bunch of girlfriends, it was like I moved to Louisville fairly, early on, and then we went to the infield. We were jumping rope. We were having fun. We were a muddy mess. Did not care. Those were the best memories I've ever made.
All right, well, we have another installment coming up.
I can't wait.
Of Edward R. Murrow, Marty Pearl's infield trilogy coming up. So we hope you will stick around for that. I can't wait.
Maybe
That
you
was
and I can do the porta potty dash later.
No, we will not.
Okay.
Although you're the one that pointed out this morning, there's a lactation room in the infield. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have more coverage here on the Derby Station all the way up until 2:30. And a reminder, as you get ready, we're going to carry all races live today. No more delays. And this infield's going to fill in, although I don't think anybody will be as wild as some of the video we just had in Marty's story. We'll be right back. Well, my favorite Kentucky Derby of all time, the race call by Dave Johnson in 1997 with Silver Charm holding off Captain Bodgett coming up on the outside, and Silver Charm going on to almost win the Triple Crown. We're going to go to David Mattingly right now, who has more on the oldest living Derby winner still over at Old Friends Farm. Good morning, David.
Good morning, John. When Silver Charm crossed the finish line right over there, here behind me, those years ago, it was the beginning of a charmed life. He is truly proven to be one of the lucky ones because now he's setting a new standard for care after racing. On a rainy morning in Georgetown, we are coming face to face
Silver Charm
with a living legend.
Who's the greatest horse in the history of the universe?
Aptly named for his gray and white coat, we find the oldest living Derby winner happy, healthy, and enjoying the good life at Old Friends Farm.
Atta boy.
Founder Michael Blowen launched Old Friends in 2003. It has since grown into more than 200 acres, caring for more than 200 retired thoroughbreds, with Silver Charm as the star.
He's a great, great ambassador for the sport. And he's a good example of how much fun you can have if you have a horse in your backyard.
And what a backyard you have.
Yeah, I have a great backyard.
Silver Charm was born in 1994, a time in racing when aftercare was an afterthought. When he retired here in 2012, he became a beloved attraction and elevated public awareness of the need to take care of equine athletes when their racing days are over.
The great message that Silver Charm is delivering on behalf of Old Friends and Thoroughbred Aftercare is that it's an important issue. And he is a representative of a movement that's happened in the last generation within thoroughbred racing.
Yeah.
Hey,
But he'll do anything. And he won't bite. He doesn't bite.
Silver Charm is also aptly named for his gentle personality and the effect he has on people. At age 30, he has likely outlived almost all of the 35,000 North American thoroughbreds born that year. Since then, organizations like Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance have formed, collecting and directing millions to helping horses that are bred to run like Silver Charm, but can no longer race.
What will it take for all retired thoroughbreds to have a place like this to come to?
The will of the horse racing sport to say this is important.
Is that will there?
It is in some places.
Will the horses running in this year's Kentucky Derby, all of them have a place like this to go to?
I hope so. I really hope so.
And the aftercare movement continues to build steam, and it takes more than will to make this happen. It takes money. All these operations around the country depend on donations because keeping a horse in retirement isn't cheap. Based on some estimates I saw, it's about $650 a month.
We look to the Derby race this year, Shannon, unlike ever before, we've got a much higher purse. It's up to $5 million this year for that Derby race.
Yes, and there's some excellent races throughout the day. This race number 6 is a big one, a stakes race, the 38th running of the Derby City Distaff. $1 million purse. Dusty and Mike, what do you think with this one?
Yeah, guys, we're doing all right over on this end. I think, Mike, let's just start it out right here. Take us through what this breakdown is. You got 10 horses in this race.
Well, it looks like, on paper, it looks like a two filly race between the 7 Alva Star and the 10 Valva. Valva is 7-5 in the favorite, but she lost to Alva Star back at Keeneland last month in the Grade 1 Madison Stakes. You know, Alva Star, Valva the favorites. I'm going to try for an upset here with the 9 Red Carpet Ready with Luis Saez aboard for Rusty Arnold. And you're getting a pretty good price there at 7-1. Red Carpet Ready won the 8 Bells here last year. She's 3 for 3 at Churchill Downs. If she can improve just a little bit, she ought to be right there, at least to hit the board, maybe to pull off an upset.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Had Red Carpet Ready circled on mine as a target to hit the board at the very least. Alva Star is one that glared at me, but I'm actually going to go with not quite a long shot, but the same odds as what you're taking here with 3 Witches. 7-1 odds, taking Flavian Pratt here. I like the top speed, most recently especially, and ultimately, I think at the end of the day, speed, the track is running much faster today. Obviously, the track itself is in much better condition today. Going with speed, going through it with 3 Witches out of the 1 slot. I think if you're looking at a very long shot, if you're still trying to play that card, we really haven't seen that go well today, Mike.
No, a lot of the top favorites have performed as expected in these races. We've seen a lot of favorites make a visit to the winner's circle.
And the horses have reached the starting gate.
Again, this
it's
race,
time.
fillies and mares are going to go 7 furlongs. Sprinters here. The purse is $1 million in the Derby City Distaff race.
And the horses are on their way over to the gates. In just a moment, we're going to send it back to PA announcer Travis Stone. Got 10 horses in this race. No scratches. And Mike,
it'd be interesting to see what the final time is on this race. It appears, I think the track is getting faster, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of fractions they carve out here.
Yeah, 7 furlong race. Mike is going with Red Carpet Ready. I'm going with 3 Witches. Currently, the odds on favorite would be, well, you have 8-5 odds with Baba, and you have 5-2 with Alva Star. All right, sending it over to Travis Stone, race number 6.
They're off. And Vava with a good start from the far outside, and Alva Star with a good start as well. Those 2 fastest out of there as they cross over, and they're joined by Spirit Wind. So they cross onto the main track, and Spirit Wind is quicker early and comes on through to take the lead. Alva Star's right there second. Olivia Darling comes away third. Vava in the clear on the outside fourth. Flying Connection behind them fifth. Red Carpet Ready is now sixth. American Band angles over toward the inside to be seventh. Sterling Silver in the center of the track is eighth. 3 Witches is ninth, and Chi-Town Lady is the trailer 10 lengths off the lead. And Spirit Wind, fleet-footed onto the far turn, rattles off a quarter in 22-1. Alva Star's in hot pursuit. So round the far turn, Spirit Wind short lead. Alva Star starts to crank up the pressure now. Here comes Alva Star looking for the lead. Vava's under pressure in behind, racing third. They hit the top of the stretch. Alva Star takes over. Alva Star heads for home in front by 2, but here comes Vava to the attack, and Vava's bearing down, and Sterling Silver's in with a shot too. Chi-Town Lady down the center, Flying Connection in behind. Vava strikes the lead right at the 16th pole. Vava getting away from Alva Star, and then Flying Connection. It's Vava. Vava wins it by 2. Alva Star was second, tight for third among Flying Connection, Sterling Silver, or Chi-Town Lady.
And there you go, and it just is exactly what Mike and Dusty were talking about. We've seen most of the favorites win today, and that just happened again with this big race here, $1 million purse. The favorite, Vava, winning with Erod Ortiz, who's having a really good day. This is his now 3rd race that he's won today. So there you go. A lot of changes, a lot of movement with that one toward the end, but the favorite was able to pull ahead.
A three-peat for Erod Ortiz. We'll see if that can carry on into the Derby.
Yeah, he's going to be on domestic product coming up in the Derby, trained by Chad Brown, who is 0 for 7 in the Derby. So will this be his year? All right, we probably have a lot of celebrities starting to roll in right about now.
Natalia spent the night out at the Barnstable Brown Gala, and she's on the red carpet today. Let's check in to see who she's found.
Here on the red carpet with Thomas Rhett. Is this your first Derby?
This is my first Derby. Yeah, my wife and I both, yeah.
So welcome. Anything in particular you're looking forward to?
You know, I don't really know what I'm doing with the betting and all the stuff, but we came yesterday for the Oaks, and it was my first time really getting to see a horse race in general, and so especially to be at the 150th anniversary, this is a pretty special moment for us, and yeah, I'm kind of letting Lauren do all of the picking because I don't know much about it, but we're having a blast.
You're a smart man.
That's right.
Well, you have plenty of friends here. You know, Luke Bryan is here, Eric Church is also here.
Yeah. I was supposed to go see Luke play last night, but we ended up not making it, but it is cool to kind of be on the carpet and see a bunch of familiar faces, and I've gotten to meet some really cool people, so we're having a blast.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the Kentucky Derby. Thank you so much. Have fun. Back to you guys.
Say Louisville, but I don't know how you say it. Louisville. Oh, Louisville. Okay.
Now you know, Martha. Now you know how to say it. She has a very big job today because just before the big race, the Kentucky Derby, she's going to be in the paddock telling the riders, riders up. Yep.
She didn't seem very enthused with that line of questioning going back there that she was responding to, did she?
Hey, there's the back of Jack Harlow.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at him meeting the mayor and the mayor's wife. We're told that he's going to be right here next door to us.
Last year when he was here, I did some analyzing of the hangers-on. You know what I mean by the hangers-on?
Right.
All the people hanging on him. It was fascinating. They just lived their life to hang on him, many of them.
And look at how his career has grown even in the past year.
Oh, yeah, he's the
man. He is the man.
It's
Global's man.
amazing. Okay.
How about this guy?
Jimmy Fallon is there right now, too.
Oh, I love him. He didn't even stop to talk to anyone.
He is zipping through that red carpet. A few fist bumps, and he is out of there.
You know, he was here. He was supposed to be looking for the best dressed people, and he had a competition going with 4.
He was giving away one of those
3 different cards.
Well,
yeah.
And I'll tell you, all week long, if you were watching him, he was doing the sort of similar to that ugly sweater contest that he does at Christmas time, but it's with derby hats.
Right.
So they'd open the starting gate each night and then give away one of those ugly derby hats.
Yeah. And you know, Travis Kelce was here too. You know?
So many people.
Is Taylor Swift anywhere nearby? Has anyone spotted her?
That was a rumor last night, is that she followed him in, but we could never get any video of that.
Yeah. Kevin was saying that there was a rumor Tom Brady was hosting
a
private party in town, and he said it was unbelievable.
Crazy.
All the people that were driving there hoping to see him.
Just to catch a glimpse. So you mentioned Martha Stewart, but I'm sitting next to the second Martha Stewart. She's picked out this pimento cheese recipe. Are you all even a fan of this?
So I had to ask. I don't think I've ever had it. I don't know what it tastes like, but she has her recipe in there.
Wait, Myra, you've never had pimento cheese?
I'm a big
pimento cheese guy with chips, yeah, but I don't think I'd be in Martha Stewart's pimento cheese league.
Huh. I'll have to give it a try. There's some pimento cheese in our van back here, our pack van, so maybe I'll have a sandwich later. I don't know.